Well, we enter yet another game where we can say that this could very well be the last game in Talladega Nights history. As we are sitting about 8 days, in fact, yes, 8 days away from the release of College Football 26. It is the Talladega Nights versus the number 15 team of the country, the Air Force Falcons. 12-2 on the year, which is a big surprise. Now, we did face one triple option team already this year in Army, and we put 100 points on them. I don't expect this to be like that. I would say somewhere kind of in between what we did to Army 2 years ago and what we did to Army this year, I would think. So, expect a little bit of a challenge, but, I mean, again, we can't write off these opponents. We had Illinois in that first round of the playoffs for us, and they damn near beat us. They came back from, I think, down 26 to make it a really close game. We had to fight for our lives just to get here, so looking for 15-0, which would be, I believe, 31 straight wins. If we get it. Yes, 16-0 last year. We had lost our bowl game to end the season prior. Would be 31 straight.
Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive to keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the Air Force Falcons, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff. A group with a whole lot to prove here today. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going.
Well, that's certainly how I would describe a team going for their 31st straight win here today. A team with a lot to prove. But maybe, just maybe, we do. It has been a bit of a struggle as of late. Going back to the Alabama game in our final regular season appearance, that was a rough one. Alabama just about had us. First down and a throw, and Sauce Castillo with a catch, and what a star he was back in the Sugar Bowl. Just a nice easy dump off to start our day out. Watch that safety over there on Evo. Let's see who he bites on. He's going to be wide open on the play. Oh, swatted away. A blind swipe. That is one hell of a play in the passing game and leaves 3rd down and 4 from the 31-yard line. Get a look at this Air Force run defense. And early on, not very good. Hugh finds a hole for his first down of the game.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
Good stuff. In no big hurry here to start this thing. That will, off the hands. Believe that was Evo. Didn't give him a great ball really to work with there, but take it.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Pat, a useless span, but runs for the first down. Maybe a smarter day. We've had to throw the ball a lot as of late. Maybe a smarter day, at least early on, to keep the ball on the ground. Oh, wow. Great block shed from 94 there. Kyle Talbot. Maybe Air Force already picking up on that fact. We got our tight end Lucas on a go. Blitz coming. Thrown and caught by Ivy for a very short gain. Leaves 3rd and 5. They brought pressure we weren't exactly expecting. Oh, we tried to scramble right up in there. And 94, Talbot got free again. He's made a couple impact plays already. Hunt's kick. They're going to try and let it bounce. We got held up. There it is, down by Hamburglar at the 7. Well, a good play on special teams early, but Air Force does force a stop. So a triple option team. Had hit or miss results against these. They're out of a pretty regular formation here. They pitch it out wide, tripped up, and nobody there to make a play. Air Force allowed to Pick up 3 yards there on that first down, up to the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 7. And back to pass. They're going to fire. They have a man. Big play in the passing game for the Falcons. Evans Chuba. Quarterback out of not the United States, it said, which is kind of hilarious. With a dart into tight coverage. They'll go to an RPO. That's an easy 5. And this is the worry about this team. They're just going to have so many wrinkles that we aren't used to seeing. That we could definitely have our hands full. And I mean, they've showed us a little bit of everything already. Man coverage to see how good our defense can be. Looking. Scrambling. He got a speed boost to get around the edge. Chuba will slide down at the 25-yard line. Number 6 just turned on the Jets around the corner. Early trouble for Talladega. Knocking on the door of the red zone. It's a straight run, but Talladega just doing a terrible job of sealing the edge right now. Everyone's getting caught up in blocks, and it's just not working. This defense has some really big problems. I don't know what just happened to Hawk 2, and nobody can fight through that. And that is a dominant drive for Air Force. I got guys facing the guy with the ball, and they can't move. Terrible tackling, terrible positioning, and that's an early lead for Air Force.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT.
This should certainly be a frustrating result.
PAT makes it 7-0.
That's a 93-yard drive on 7 plays. That is how poor our defense just was.
A chance to bring this one back.
Once again, it will be fair caught.
This will be fair caught way back at the 5-yard line.
Long way to go, and you know we had some positives on that opening drive, but I do think we have to credit that Air Force defense. They were quite good. Gonna lob that up. Pad has it. First down and a little bit more to the 41-yard line. Nice to have that luxury to kind of hold on to the ball a little bit longer. Doesn't happen often. It's a short one. Ivy hangs on. He's got 2 catches for 6 yards. Oh. Well, I hope Hugh's ready to run through a motherfucker's face here on 2nd down and 6. And flag is down. Oh, man, flag's got it on our way in the Sugar Bowl as well, and they're popping up here early again.
Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? Offense getting set up.
Especially on 2nd down. 2nd and 16 really, really blows.
An inside give now from the shotgun.
Pat spun right into waiting linebackers, and Talladega is looking at going through 2 drives and 2 punts, which is just unusual and not a damn soul on this experienced offensive line could get out the block for us there, and punting again, and the Gunners are nowhere to be found.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team.
So even better starting field position this time for Air Force at the 24-yard line. It is rare to see the Talladega offense this lifeless. A 2-yard gain for Fernando Cantrell. He's got 4 carries tonight for 30 yards and the touchdown. Need this defensive line to get in. Well, it's something. A hit on the quarterback will force a 3rd and somewhat long. Mike in pursuit. They have a man wide open. Tight end underneath. Evans Chuba now.
It's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw.
Man, oh man, what a play. What a call.
But it's a lot better than having to
From the 44, first down. Chuba back to throw again. There's that elusiveness again. Big hit from behind by Rock and an incomplete pass. We're going to try and cover the flats here with cover 2, but we all know how cover 2 usually goes for us. Second down. Quarterback on the run. He's going to fire unbelievably. They have this at a 3rd and 1. Behind his back with that catch. And this Dega defense is getting embarrassed here in the first quarter. We had the blitz on. They dump it off. And the tight end, I would assume, is down to the 12. 109 yards for the senior quarterback, Evans Chuba. And it's a lot of dump-offs. There's not a lot of deep threats in the passing game, and now they see something they like. Fantastic. Quarterback on the keeper. That felt like a hold, man. We were all over him. We touched the quarterback there. Second and inches. From the 2-yard line, nobody can get free. He's fighting it off. It is 1st and goal from the 1-yard line for Fernando Cantrell. And this first quarter is about to get worse.
1st and goal, handoff.
Man, oh, dude, their running back just ran through Mike.
The defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers.
290 pounds. Their little 220-pound running back just ran right through him, and they find a lane for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Air Force.
Of all the teams to punch us in the face in a first quarter, I get that this is 4 years, 5 years down the road. The Air Force Falcons, and Fernando Cantrell has 2 first-quarter touchdowns.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. The kick sails through, so the lead
Air Force trying to do what no team has been able to do in our last 30 games. Rock with a fair catch. And I mean, a Dega offense that needs something to go right.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it.
Ash on the run. There's a little bit of a gap. Out of bounds. That's definitely a late hit. A late hit, rather. It will not be called. But a first down for Dega to the 36-yard line.
From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary.
Oh my goodness! What another crazy SWAT play by this defense. That was in the hands of our receiver. Hugh fights for some extra. Leaves 3rd down and 2 from the 43-yard line.
So now it's 3rd and short.
Gotta have it.
The 43. Can they keep the drive going?
Gotta have it. Pat out wide. He's finally sprung one, and a little extra inside the 35, brought down by Cole Cribbs. And after how badly this first quarter has gone, I certainly think that we make this the final play of this first quarter. There's another first down run for Pat. 5 carries, 51 yards. I don't think we're going to have a choice. We do not. 14-0 Air Force. Second quarter begins. One of our worst first quarters in some time. Pat up the middle. There's 8 more. And we might have to lean on our 2-time Heisman runner-up a good bit today. There's going to be pressure coming off the right side. Hugh up the middle. Oh, my goodness. Gordon Gay just got flattened trying to block there. We can play there. They're slow pace. That's fine. Pat ran into a teammate, so it's only a 2-yard gain. Rather, a teammate got pushed right back into him. 2nd and goal from the 7. There's not really much of anywhere to go.
One-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
3rd and goal from the 4-yard line.
4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
We've spread him out a good bit, but I can't switch the play.
There's the snap. They'll set up to throw.
Ash on the run. That'll be a touchdown.
That kind of execution in a long
Oh, had to have it.
made it to the college football playoff.
Not often this team has been down 14-0 in the last 2 years.
First downs and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Wanted to run the ball anyway, but game would not let me switch plays. A 10-play, 75-yard drive. But let's see if the defense can wake up. 2 touchdowns for Air Force on 2 drives. And they're bringing this out. Oh my goodness, they got a returner too. A returner that actually made some moves.
Here comes the Air Force offense back on the field now. They scored a touchdown on the
A little
last
risk here in the
possession.
first
Let's see
play.
if this defense has been able to
Oh
come up
shit,
with
they're
some
back to
adjustments.
pass. He threw it away. Man, we have faced nothing but crazy mobile quarterbacks. Upperclassmen mobile quarterbacks. Our last 4 or 5 games, man. It's been a struggle for the D-line.
It's pulled in completion on a diving catch.
Oh my,
They bring it back.
what?
Veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. A reversal
Guys,
again on 1st and 10.
we might be boned.
Out of the shotgun,
Trying to reverse
hand
it.
off.
Big hit.
You know, the spread era over the years has always grown.
Monte Whedon laid the boom on that
Really build their defense
for a
to
1-yard
play space,
gain.
Still have an ability to be
2nd and 9.
and
This is
defend
nowhere
and run.
near. Oh, Jesus. They're going to get yardage out of that. Dude, this guy's ball carrier vision better be like 98.
Huge gain here.
I swear.
Add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game. By the 4th quarter,
This blitz
start
is
to see that
fucked.
affect the defense.
3rd and 1.
3rd and short, they'll try to throw.
Pressure coming. We're going to get him for a sack.
Making a disruptive impact play.
Pat Surtain
By the defense here.
on the delayed blitz picks up the sack. Their punter's name is Easy.
Instead of running for the first down, and the defense
I don't know if that's easy for them or easy for us. Pretty good punt.
And that sets up a
Rock trying to
Good
reverse.
effort by the return.
Almost up to the 40.
That's a solid gain on the return.
And now a very big drive for Talladega. The first punt forced by the Dega defense today.
1st and 10, looking to throw.
Play action. Gonna lob that. Oh my God, this pass defense, man.
In there to break up the pass.
They have made now 3 crazy plays. Now I wanted that ball way further out.
through the air.
Here's Pat. Pat with a move to the outside. Might have the speed to outrun everybody. Touchdown, Talladega.
For this college football playoff,
There's the explosive Dega offense we know and love.
like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes.
One move,
One
all it
score
took.
with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
You get Pat one-on-one with anybody, nothing but green grass in front of him. It's tough to stop that.
Extra point try.
Very
coming
crucial. PAT for Caleb, probably his most intense. Ties this game. That's 14 points in just about 5 minutes here in the 2nd quarter. It's another deep kick. They've consistently brought these out, and they will again, but do not reach the 15 this time. Well, the defense forced their first stop of the game. Last time out. And a swing pass. Good cut tackle by Rock. He's made a couple key plays today. Still a decent 6-yard gain, but yeah, we kind of figured. Oh boy, that's going backwards. Mike's there. 2nd quarter began, and at least so far, this defense has woken up.
You have to anticipate that.
Back to throw. Pressure coming again. Down he goes. There's your 2-time Heisman winner. Bend over. 4th and 17, easy, stands in his own end zone. Yeah, OKC Indianapolis didn't really move the needle. Rock, gonna cut that back. We might have a chance here. Squiddy Rock with a move and down near the 20. How about a nice, slow drive? As slow as we can for the lead. Pressure coming. Whoa! Oh my goodness! Cribbs just sent Pat to another dimension. One-on-one with Hugh. Oh, we got some help. Talbot, big 94, the defensive tackle, came up to help as Hugh was trying to push through. It's 3rd and 6. Ash on the run, gonna dump that off. Find Hugh, just shy of the first down. What a stop. Dude, this Air Force defense is no joke. Oh my goodness, we were right there. 4th and inches. The offense stays on the field. The fullback Horn for the first down. Well, there is that too, but you don't get the typical NBA fans that only care about like the Lakers in Boston. 1st and goal from the 8. Slant route, end zone, touchdown, Evo. 21 straight points for Talladega. And our first lead of the Fiesta Bowl.
You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
Shouldn't say 21 straight points yet. PATs have been fairly reliable, but they're never a guarantee. Yeah, and the Knicks too, and the Knicks haven't been good in Lord knows how long. Caleb's PAT is good, so officially 21 straight points. Yeah, where's Harden going, by the way? I saw that he opted out, and then the notification cut off with signs a 2-year deal with, and I have no idea who. And another odd little return, not to the 15 again. Well, now you turn this around, and this is a very important drive for the Air Force Falcons. As we near halftime here, an RPO that's somehow a missed tackle. 9-yard gain to the 22. They're going to go back to the run here. I'd like to get some pressure in there. Force 3rd down. Oh, no, they're going to throw for it. They throw it. Watch out. That's a big-time tackle, Ed Reed Jr. Caught the ankles. I guess we're seeing that desperation from this Air Force team. On the run. There's Whedon again. He's been really big. I mean, I don't really know. Is he going back to Houston? That'd be my first guess. Or Golden State. Watch out. He's around the edge again. The Clippers. What?
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there by the
quarterback is so frustrating.
He's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did.
Not much on the run. But still a very threatening drive here for Air Force late in this first half. And it's taken a whole bunch of time already. And it's the quarterback again. He won't. Oh, ball!
The defense recovers the fumble.
Brick wall came up with the football. I don't think there's a doubt that that ball was on the ground. He opted out of his contract with the Clippers to sign with the Clippers. Well, what the fuck was that? That's a very James Harden move. Well, turn this right around. Air Force is moving the ball well. And now Dega. Pat rolls through. That's 130 first half yards for Pat today.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes.
Yeah, tight window. Gordon Gay got it.
If he keeps running the way he
Had to leave that ball, or lead that ball behind him, and we did that actually quite well. There could be some heavy pressure coming our way here. Nope, they backed it off. Pat's out there on the screen if we can get some blocks. Oh my goodness. Oh man, that is so fun. Oh my. Who do we trust to burn their man? Going deep, looking, end zone, intercepted! You can't be serious with this Air Force pass defense. They don't even have their eyes on the football for 4 or 5 of these crazy plays they've made. A leaping interception, to the sideline, incomplete. So it stays 21-14. A date with LSU or Tennessee awaits the winner of this one. That's a missed tackle again. Make it 3rd and short. And that's unfortunate because they might not call that timeout if they only got 2 yards. We're selling out. 3rd and 2. They're throwing the football. And down he goes. Timeout, Dega. Yeah. To be honest, I kind of forgot where James Harden was even playing.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3
short kick.
Sacks.
Fair catch for Rock.
Changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
One-on-one coverage. Through a pick. 1:07 to go, 2 timeouts.
And looking to throw now on first
Open his sauce. He had to take a step back in for reasons I'm not sure I can explain.
Offense in hurry-up mode.
It's about the only good thing that we could have going for us. Looking deep, that's going to be well out of bounds.
Try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Quarterback drops back.
And Ash in big trouble. Oh my.
It's the senior getting home with the sack.
Escaped the first sack, but I'm pretty positive she would have rather taken the first one than the second attempt.
Now here comes a punt.
Uh-oh. Well, it will be fielded. Fair caught at the 15-yard line. Air Force left with 1 timeout and 39 seconds. 2-minute drill really for both teams has been nothing but an aptitude. That's a good block and still going. First down to the 28. Air Force hurries. So our defense in good shape? Yes. Looking to throw. Back again and sacked. We're gonna force the issue here. We want to see what they want to do.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on.
Maybe we just bought them more time to get something done. Or maybe we're going to force a punt. They swing it out wide and broke 1 tackle. 17 seconds. We're out of timeouts now, so I thought it was 3rd down, to be honest. So this really doesn't do all that much for us. Looks like they're just going to run it, to be honest, so they do run it. No timeouts remaining. That will be halftime. 21-14 Talladega, but 21 unanswered points here in the second quarter. The number 1 team in the country going for their 31st straight win. Will lead by 7 at the half. Second half of the 2029 Fiesta Bowl. Talladega by 7, but Air Force gets the ball first. They will bring this out again, and yet again, they do not reach the 15-yard line. Almost, sister. We're starting field position off a kickoff today. Chuba back. He'll hand it off. Big tackle. That was Reagan's on the outside. And they are quite pass happy here. Ever since they lost the lead, scrambling around, down he goes. Chuba's plan was just to run back towards his own end zone. It's 3rd and 18 from their own 4.
another pressure in
And all that scrambling ability we saw in the first quarter has just gone away. They'll run it, trying to get to the outside. They go nowhere. And, I mean, they're really backed up now. Max protect punt here for easy. That's fine. We're not sending that many guys. Great boot, but Rock already standing inside the 50. And he returns it to the 35-yard line. So, nice, easy drive here for Talladega. This is a run to Hugh. And it's going backwards. They had two guys that I think bit in there on Sauce Castillo and then got hung up on the line. And then they were just right there to make the play. Ash going to try and dump it off. It's honestly, luckily, incomplete. Not really much to gain out of a play like that. 3rd down and 12.
To try to come up with that first down.
Thrown. Sauce with a move. It's a move, all right, but a decently long field goal attempt here for Caleb. Kick is up. It looks good, and it is. 47-yarder. We've kind of lost our confidence in terms of those long kicks since we don't play college football 25 as much as we used to. But really anything inside of 50, I'd say we should kick. So, 2-score game.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Overall, can't be too displeased with that. So make it 24 straight points.
He'll bring it out from his end zone.
Well, you know what? Credit to them. They got past the 15-yard line.
And the Falcons' offense is on the field now.
So now down 2 scores. How desperate does Air Force get? And, oh, the quarterback pulled it. He's taking the hits, though. He's already got 1 fumble on the day. Evans Chuba, 11 carries, only 15 yards, but the sack yardage is what's really hurting him. 2nd and 1. Here's a handoff. First down for Air Force to the 30-yard line.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their...
Not sure where Bend over is. He's all the way over there.
People miss. I just love watching.
Certainly would have loved to have him on his proper side. A tackle by Sertan after a 5-yard gain.
Does a pretty good job of slowing it down. Again, you got to be disciplined on defense. Just when you think they're running on the front side.
Thrown and incomplete. Almost picked off by Reagans. Or sorry, I've been calling him Reagans for a while. It was Robert Hagans. 3rd and 5. And back to throw is Chuba. Running around, incomplete. Thrown at the feet of his tight end. It is 4th down again. It's a nice turnaround from this Talladega defense. Gonna be some space to return this for Rock. Got a couple blocks, found a way through to the 46.
Solid return. Good work by the return man. Offense makes its way on the field, ready to
Well,
start.
I think we would like one of those time-consuming drives right about now. I tell you. Oh, Talbot is one hell of a defensive tackle. He's been all over the field today. 2nd and 8. Here is Hugh. Wrapped up.
But they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but
This is a time of possession drive. Limit the amount of chances. Oh, Jesus. Limit the amount of chances that Air Force is going to have to get back in this thing.
Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with
Really had to rework our offense. We have been so pass-heavy. As of late, Hugh tackled where he stood and right around where we started. So I think the underneath pass is going to be the way to go here. We're going to go... Oh, we tried to go deep. There was some quick pressure, of which Air Force hasn't had much today.
And now it brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy.
Matlock.
Back up a long way to go for a first down.
3rd down and 9. Lucas has the first. Try just to get down. Diving possession catches. I don't know what's happened to those late here in this game release. It really feels like they just don't do anything. Like they're more delayed, so you're opened up a little bit more to those bigger hits. Pat found a slim lane for 4 yards.
The defense able to bring him down. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up.
Here's Hugh again. Oh, got a key block. Touchdown, Talladega. I think that was the tight end in Lucas who made a very, very solid block off the right side. Freed that whole lane up.
They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance
Great
to
stuff.
finish it off and get a win.
That was Lucas on the block. Great stuff.
Now the important point after attempt.
Caleb will remain perfect on the PAT. 6:42 to go in the 3rd. It is now 31-14.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
By the way, and we haven't really brought it up throughout the course of this game, I guess we were a little mistaken. I mean, this isn't a triple option team. They've got some trickery to them, but it's by no means the Army Navy offense.
Get this offense going finally. Get some points out of this possession.
That's a screen. We got out there. They dumped it off. Still going to be a loss. The running back got stuck in the offensive line, which is why he was still kicking around there and open for the pass. I was over where the running back should have been. 2nd and 11, a delayed handoff, and he ran into his own guy, and that's how he gets free. Can't tackle the offensive lineman, so it's a safe place to go. 3rd and 7. Thrown and caught, and a bad attempt at a tackle there. I couldn't get the feet going over there on the outside. I thought I was going to try and hit him, but he never moved his feet. Well, Air Force has a little bit of something working when they absolutely had to get it that way. Massive hit on the outside, Higgins.
Get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. 2nd down after that run on the previous play.
Apparently that was a lateral, so a run.
Now the handoff.
Monte Jacobs, we haven't said his name yet today. He stood up Fernando Cantrell after a gain of 2. 18 carries for Cantrell, 57 yards, 2 touchdowns. And yet that will not compare to what Pat has done on the ground today.
Here's the snap.
They throw, they find a man. He almost ran back past, or rather, back behind the line again. Slow burn of a drive, but Air Force is trying to claw their way back into this. Here's Cantrell again, and he gets nothing. Harry yet again. Hasn't had a great day. Not quite like he had the last time out. And the backup running back springs a hole down to the 21. Oh my goodness, he even ran into his own line, and then there was still nobody there.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense.
No scores for this Air Force team since it was 14-0 in their favor. And they're in field goal range now, and the score isn't spread out so much to the point that you would think they would pass up a field goal opportunity. Spinning out of a tackle is Chuba. It is 3rd down and 11. D-lines had a rough series. They've taken a beating, thrown, caught, short of the first down. They're going to kick it. Wow. To make it 31-17. They kick it. It's up and good. You get points, I guess, but You're still down 14.
3 points.
That felt like a situation where you would go for it.
So after coming away with 3,
They spent almost 6 minutes. And now you put the ball back in the hands of the Dega offense. With your time winding down.
And here comes the offense
For sure.
on the field now.
Oh, the high snap play. I hate that.
With the draw.
Oh, no. Oh, no. This team has been so lucky with injuries. Oh, really, for the last 2 seasons, Pat is down for the moment.
Now it's 2nd down here.
Which is going to give more opportunities to Cameron Poe, which is not exactly what we wanted to see.
They bring him down to the 32-yard
I don't know why Hugh wouldn't immediately just go in the game, but
Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads,
we'll check on the status of Pat when we have that available. It is 3rd down and 3. We don't have to run this. We're going to. It's not a mistake. We pick up the 1st down. We'll have a fresh set of downs as the 4th quarter begins. 31-17 Talladega. 2 touchdown lead to work with as the 4th quarter begins. Pat is back in the game, and he's still got the moves. He got bopped pretty good again. And ran a touch pass, at least a real one all day. So that's what we'll call here on 2nd down and 6. And Evo, Pat downfield, picked up a block. Evo inside the 20 and down to the 14. Just about doubled our passing yards on that play alone. Pressure coming. Lobbed up. Sauce for 6. Perhaps a little bit too aggressive with the passing game. Down here. Ash the dude. Talbot again. And that will make it 3rd and 6.
Able to come up with a play on this drive. Let's face it, this offense has been able to put things together. Quarterback's had a nice drive, but
tried to get it away.
Great job of getting the
nothing there, so we'll trade field goals here. Don't need a lot on it. Up and good. Caleb 2 for 2 here in the Fiesta Bowl.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after adding to this big
So back up to a 17-point lead. And on the return again. Bringing it back to the 16-yard line. 3 sacks today for Air Force. I feel like they're all by the same guy. Looking to throw. Throwing it to the sideline. Probably had a little bit of a chance if he just scrambled off left, but to no avail. 2nd down. To throw wide open over the middle to the 49-yard line. 5th catch of the day for Nick Warren. Wide receivers. This passing attack for Air Force is just something that I was not ready for. They swing it out. A big spin, but didn't do anything. Got popped in the back by Surtain. 5 tackles on his night. 4 tackles for loss. And it's a screen pass, and that's big time trouble, except they didn't get the blockers out there. Both the blockers were in the same spot, so outside of field goal range, you would think for Air Force. They will throw, and an out route. Oh, we ran back behind the line again. He's going to get brought down. It's 4th down. Stumbled as he brought that pass in. 4th down for the Falcons. Thrown and incomplete. Rock swatted it away. Turnover on downs for Air Force. And now how slow can this Talladega offense get? That safety had his eyes on Hugh the whole way on that play. The clock running. And for the moment, a commanding lead. Hugh slipped the tackle, picks up 5, leaves 3rd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them.
Deep passing game has not been our strength today. We haven't really gotten the chance to call levels. Has been a great play for us at the line of gain. Oh, Gordon Gay is inches shy.
The quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end.
Oh, a risky play call here, except they have nobody lined up over the center.
The quarterback will just sneak it now.
We had a QB sneak on, and they didn't have a lineman over the center.
But a nice surge there up front by the big boys to give the
We'll take that break.
room to pick up that
Pat dancing around. Not for much. There's really only been one play on the night where that spin move has really broken one on the long touchdown. Here's 2nd and 6. Hugh lowers the shoulder, ran through one. But a second Air Force defender close in behind. 3rd down and 4 from the 36. And Pat has a hole to the outside. Just trying to buy a little bit more time, maybe burn a little bit more time. 17 carries, 166 yards for Pat. There's no doubt who your player of the game is. Hugh. Another credit to this Air Force team. There's gang tacklers there everywhere. They got 2, 3 guys on you most of the time. Hugh, oh my goodness, stop it again.
I feel like they called that knowing
This guy, 94 for Air Force, is going to be playing on Sundays. Pat trying to fight for it. He got the 1st down to the 16. 4 minutes to go. And now Pat, Lane, dancing around. He's got 1st and goal from the 2. The Talladega Knights looking for the dagger. In a game they trailed 14-0. Touchdown, Talladega. Hugh's 2nd of the game. Ever since 14-0, the scoreline is 40-3. With 3.5 minutes to play. Caleb's had a perfect game kicking. A 12-play drive. Only took about 7 minutes. Kind of wish it would have been a little bit longer, but that should just about wrap this up. I mean, Air Force is still going to come out firing. We know that. See if the defense can just make a play.
And the Falcons offense is on the field now.
How are they going to come out firing? To throw. Swung out wide. They got a yard.
But it gains nothing. Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into.
New 2nd and 9 from the 20. They're all over, bend over. He's trying to fight through. Harry with a tackle from behind.
The defense smothers him for no gain.
No gain on that play. 3rd down and 8. Absolutely 4-down territory for Air Force to try and keep their season alive. Chuba again, there's that speed boost for him. Oh my goodness, they got blocks. Downfield, this dude's crazy. He just takes off from no movement at all to essentially a dead sprint. Quarterback that you love to hit. Oh, it's picked off! Hamburglar got in there. And if it wasn't sealed before, it is sealed now. 2:09 to go. A run here for Hugh.
And they tackle him, but
For a gain of 7, and the 2-minute timeout will be reached.
The offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller.
2nd and 3, expecting some timeouts.
Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
they bring him down, but that's a
There will not be any.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game.
Wow.
With the lead. Nothing too fancy.
Talladega Knights will play for a national championship for the 2nd consecutive year. 31 consecutive wins, dating back to the start of Season 3. It has been that kind of run. The tests have gotten tougher and tougher as of late. And we were down early in this one. Stuck with it. Played our game. Went back to what used to work for this team. We are 1 win away from going back-to-back in national championship games. One last Dega game next time out.
Looks like the quarterback will just take great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.